This is Baldur's Gate 3. It's still in early access right now, and so, I don't want to get too far into it. In fact, I might not even play the story at all. The reason I'm interested in it right now is because Larian made a post on Twitter that I thought was pretty entertaining, where they took the average, they looked at their telemetry and took the average of all of the character generation choices that players had made, and it just turned into like mediocre white human guy. And they were like, come on players, we gave you all of these crazy character customization options, do better. And so I am here to try to do better. I want to explore the character generator and see how everything works. So create profile. Oh, okay. I have not even started this game before, so there's a lot of stuff. Let's see here. Rang-a-tang. I can't even. Welcome to me being extremely tired. I can't even type. Okay, so I've got my profile now. Cool. Now we'll start the game. JDNF says, don't get stuck on customizing your character for too long. Oh, I just had to click on a thing to let it pass my firewall, which means the whole game stopped. Okay, hold on. Here we go. I fully intend to get stuck creating my character too long. That is the point of D&D. This would not be a D&D game if I didn't get stuck creating my character for too long. I feel like I've seen... Yes, I feel like I've seen this cinematic before. I think they actually released this as a trailer. Which means maybe we don't need to watch it together. Yeah, let's just skip it. Let's skip this stuff. Okay. Let's have a look at this character generator and see if we can do better than mediocre white human guy. So what are my options here? So we've got origin, race, appearance, class, skills, abilities. So starting with origin. Okay, so we have a custom origin. You've always felt like you had a greater calling, but it has never borne fruit. Everything changes when you awake imprisoned on an alien ship. An alien ship? No, I assume they mean the word alien like a foreign ship, an unfamiliar ship, not like these are literally people from space. Perhaps your time has fully come. So, okay, acolyte. You spent your life in service to a temple. Charlatan. You're an expert in manipulation. Criminal. You have a history of breaking the law. Entertainer. You live to sway and subvert your audience. Wait, how different is that from charlatan? I'm sitting here, I work in the entertainment industry, and I'm sitting here saying that entertainers are charlatans. There we go. It feels a little bit like an admission. You're a champion of the common people. Oh, a folk hero. Okay, guild artisan. Your skill in a particular craft has earned you a membership in a mercantile guild. A noble. Ooh, you are a fancy person. A hermit. You were once sworn to seclusion. I listened to, I think it was an episode of No Such Thing as a Fish, which is a podcast. And if you like funny podcasts, go check out No Such Thing as a Fish. It's made by the QI Elves from a British TV show that I think a lot of folks who listen to me might actually be more aware of it than my American audience, because a lot of you folks are actually from Europe and you might be more aware of QI than the typical American. But yeah, anyway, they talked about the fact in one of their recent episodes that having a hermit living on your land was actually considered to be like good luck for a while. And so like people would actually be like professional hermits who would go over to some great lord's manor or something like that and be like, hey, I can hermit on your land and give you good luck. And they're like, sure, we'll pay you a stipend to be a hermit living on our land. So yeah, so Jesse Baker, this is Baldur's Gate 3, and the reason I'm here is because Larian complained that people were not making weird enough characters, and I want to make a weird character. So, growing up in the wild as an outlander, there are so many of these. How many of these are there? Okay, here we go. So, let's start by making maybe the character that I would actually want to play. So I've got sort of a couple of, I think a lot of people who play Dungeons and Dragons style games have got sort of standard characters in the back of their head they go to that they kind of recreate in different games. So I've got one that's, I think Acolyte is appropriate for. I tend to call her Rhiannon. And let's see what I could. So I like the idea of playing someone who is sort of a fallen member of a religion of some kind. Sort of like, you know, they grew up in a place that was very very strict and very high expectations for them, and now they're just discovering the freedom of realizing they can question the tenets that they grew up with. And so I like the idea of making somebody who's sort of an unexpected sort of product of some very sort of restrictive religious culture. And so I could choose a high elf, but I kind of like the idea of going tiefling, like having a sort of a demonic looking character who has nevertheless got this sort of like very strict religious background. What's a Githyanki though? Oh, I don't think I know Githyanki. I mean, I've played D&D before, but you know, I know like what a drow is, for instance, and what a halfling is. Oh, look! The halfling is so cute. Look at the cute little halfling. Oh, look at you. You're so adorable. Anyway, that was probably really rude. I'm sure that halflings would be extremely offended that I did that. Okay, so that's interesting. So she looks kind of orcish. I think I actually read her as an orc when I first saw this face in the promotional materials, but no, Githyanki, huh? Cool. Yeah, so let's say tiefling. And as Modius, well, there's different kinds of tieflings, huh? Wow, they went all out with just like the details and the like amount of just weird control that they give you. So I've got some cantrips I can do. A sign of supernatural power to help with intimidation and performance checks. Okay. And dark vision. Yeah, this is all good stuff. Oh, do my advantages change? Yeah, oh, my cantrip changes depending on if I'm Mephistopheles, Zariel, or Asmodeus. So I like the color scheme of the Mephistopheles tiefling. Like that sort of this blue and gray kind of slight, maybe tealish sort of color to the face markings. I think this actually matches the way I imagine this Rhiannon character that I play a lot. So yeah, look at the detail in these characters' faces. Wow, they really went all out. I wonder if this looks like a handcrafted face. This doesn't look like a scanned human face. But it's really well crafted. I'm pretty impressed. Okay, so let's say we want to be a Mephistopheles tiefling. Oh, wait a minute. Do I get to change my abilities at all, or does this just sort of like come with? Do they change with my race? Okay, yeah. So these values do get tweaked by my race, as is, you know, tradition in Dungeons and Dragons. Were they affected by my origin too? Okay, so my proficiencies are affected by my origin. It looks like my abilities are not. I wonder if they are going to change, like... Oh, there's abilities is the last thing I select? That's surprising. I was like, presuming that they expect... I guess I can do these in any order, but presuming that they expect me to go from left to right, as you read in English, I'm surprised abilities is so late. Usually, sort of your core stats are something that that role-playing games have you determine really early in the process. Okay, also, by the way, I also really like Mage Hand. That's another reason why I'd want to go with Mephistopheles, is because Mage Hand is like one of my favorite cantrips. So, okay, appearance. This is where we try to make it interesting. So, let's see here. Okay, so we've got lots. Okay, all skin. Oh, okay, gotcha. So they've got race-appropriate skin colors, but if I really want to just go nuts, I totally can. So I could like, I could go for a tiefling that kind of can pass as a human, either with, you know, dark skin or light skin. So what I want is someone who, I'd like to have sort of like, can I mess with the tattoo colors? Okay, yes, I can. What I want, okay, yeah, so I want to have these sort of pale gray tattoos. That's sort of a, even white tattoos. Can you even do white tattoos in real life? Okay, so I want pale gray tattoos. That's part of the aesthetic I'm going with. And so then I want to have a skin color that kind of sets it off, but not very much. So maybe one of these like lighter blue ones. Or maybe kind of like a, yeah, like sort of like a tanner color, so that like you know, they're not the most, the tattoos are not the most obvious thing in the world, but they do sort of are just, they're set off by kind of the yellower tone of the skin there. Eye color. So you want, oh, that just got way less weird. Come on, I want weird. Put the weird ones back. There we go. Yeah, okay, yeah. So one problem with me as sort of a visual designer is that I tend to go maybe excessively consistent. Like I'll pick a color and then I will feel like I have to make everything the same color, and that often doesn't look good. Usually, you know, contrasts and harmonies between colors is how you make something that really looks eye-catching and cool. I tend to just sort of go with, you know, like a child's idea of making something look good. It's like, oh yeah, I made my pants match my shirt, level of cleverness. Okay, so a wild sassbot appeared, says yeah, yes, white tattoos are a thing, but they're not as high contrast as that. They don't just brilliantly glow. Those would have to be some kind of magical tattoo. Okay, so, oh, one thing I should mess with is, before I go into the color schemes too much, is let's look at the different heads. So one thing I appreciate is that they have, they're not letting me sort of just sculpt the nose and the mouth and the eyes and stuff like that, because it looks like, because these faces that they've created, they look really good. They look really, really good. And it feels like kind of the last thing you want to do when you're capable of making faces that look this nice is give the player the ability to turn it into a monster factory and, you know, make a lot of subtle tweaks. It's like, you know, sometimes people, you know, ask, you know, for in the future of State of Decay, if we can, you know, make a character generator like, say, an Elder Scrolls game where you get to, like, you know, or like The Sims, or you get to like sculpt the face and mess with it and stuff like that. The problem is, like, what you sacrifice when you give the player that much control over it is not only do you run the risk of the player making something ugly on purpose, which, you know, fine if they want to, whatever. There's that, but there's also just, if you build a face out of generic pieces, the face itself tends to look more generic and less real. Like, you can really sort of, in an uncanny valley-ish sort of way, you can pick up on the fact that a face is fake and assembled from pieces, instead of it being sort of a cohesive face at all, you know, where every piece of it fits together. It's like, this face is really cool and distinctive, and I really like it. And I couldn't make a face like this, you know, with a more sort of like player-controlled system. So head 4 is really nice. I really like the freckles on head 5, though. Those freckles are pretty cool. Cause yeah, 4 has not got them. Yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna go with 5 and the freckles. And then the horn style. Ooh, severed horns. I kind of like the severed horns thing, because it looks like she, you know, she's done something. Either someone did something violent to her, or she did something violent to herself, maybe as part of her, you know, departure from her past. That's pretty cool. Let's see what the other, okay, that is very dramatic. Oh, twisty ones. If I wanted to keep horns, I would probably go with twisty ones. Short ones. But yeah, I think I really like the idea. Whoa, okay, those are cool. There are so many horns. So many horns. I think I'm going to go with the severed horns, though. I kind of like the sort of implied storyline that those have got there. So, Graveyard Troubadour says, all Jay Leno's is what I would do if I controlled the character creator. Just nothing but Jay Leno's across the board. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely, you know, he does represent an extreme end of the settings on your typical character generator, though it's I'm impressed that you even thought of Jay. No, I think nobody has thought about Jay Leno in a decade. So that's interesting. Anyway, okay, so she's got her piercing cyan gaze. Yeah, I think, yeah, let's make a little more contrast with the pale blue face markings. Hairstyle. Okay, so love it. Love it. Not doing it right now, though. Ooh, okay, so it's a hairstyle that covers her horns. Look how detailed this hair is. Look at this. You do not see video game hair that looks like this. Especially not in a game with a character creator. Like, if you got a character creator, you... Wait, why are your... Did I accidentally click on making her eyes that it's really nice, though. Wow, that looks really good. You know what? I accidentally clicked that, but I'm on board. Okay, so I like this hairdo. Hair 4 is good. Oh, that's pretty cool, too. That is pretty cool. I like this one. It's... I really like this one. Maybe because it reminds me a little bit of my own hair. But I like the idea that she would do something to hide the horns, though. That, like, she's traveling out into a world that maybe wouldn't accept her. And hiding her horns is sort of a... It's something she's grappling with. Okay, so that's the opposite of hiding your horns. So I think I liked hair 4 because it looks like she's like pulling it down over her face. And then let's see here, what am I... Okay, so pink hair, pretty cool. Orange hair to match the eyes. And also, I mean, hey, the two of us kind of go together like this. This is a little different from my usual Rhiannon look, but I'm actually really liking this particular color of hair. Are there other similar ones? Okay, so yeah, so the ginger colors are just a little more subtle than the bright orange colors. The bright orange kind of goes with her eyes a little bit, so yeah, I think maybe I'll go with that. And then what? Oh, tattoo style. So there's... Okay, let's start with tattoo 1. Okay, so tattoo 1 is nice and subtle. Ooh. Doesn't really look great with the pale color there. 3 is hard to see. It's probably somewhere, maybe it's covered by the hair. 4 is what I started with. Ooh. Okay, that's kind of neat, actually. It almost makes me want to question whether, you know, I should do this. Well, I don't know. That pale color is kind of neat on the eyes. It's weird. It kind of stands out as strange, but I kind of like it. That's... Oh. And then 10. And okay, 10 didn't seem to be much. I wonder if some of these are actually not on the face. Okay, so no tattoo is an option. Alright, so I wonder if maybe I want to mess with the tattoo color a little bit. So the gray-blue... Yeah, I think I'm actually varying a little bit from what I typically do with this character because this looks so cool. Ooh, I could go red. I kind of like this. Like, I was getting into the other color scheme before, but see, you're seeing my tendency to just make things match. Like, oh, I have to make everything hot colors now. Like, it feels like I'm sort of just leaning harder into the thing that I do that's weird when I'm dealing with, you know. I really do like sort of the fiery eyes coming out of ash. Oh, that looks really nice. Yeah, I might kind of have to go with that. Ooh, I've got makeup style, though. Makeup style is... Oh, okay. Interesting. So it's... The makeup is complementing the tattoos. The two are kind of working together. Or against each other in some of these cases. So I think I liked that. Yeah, that heavy upper eyeliner. That's actually pretty cool. It goes with the tattoo really nicely. So, you know what? I think I really like this face, even though it's different from what I imagined I was going to do up front. It's cool, and it actually feels, you know, I kind of stumbled towards this character having, you know, like coloring and stuff, at least in the hair, that's similar to what I've been doing lately. So that feels pretty good. Oh, Graveyard Troubadour suggests that maybe some of these tattoos that looked like they weren't anywhere were actually in the back of the neck. That's a good idea. That probably was what's going on. I don't want to change the tattoos now to find out. Or the beard. Anyway. Alright, so let's pick her class now. So, I don't want her to be a cleric. I want her to have sort of abandoned that lifestyle. So the question is, what is she instead? Is she a rogue with a bow? Is she a warlock? Tail is great. It's really... Are tiefling tails just that high on the butt? I mean, I guess it would have to be. You know. I won't go into detail about why I think it would have to be. Wizard. Ranger. You know, maybe I want to go with Ranger? Ooh, Mage Breaker. Battling Spellcasters. True Strike Cantrip. Ranger Knight, serving a crown or nation. Sanctified Stalker. It's around the enemies of a holy or druidic order. Proficiency in religion. Huh, interesting. Okay, so this gives her a religious background, but she's not a cleric. She didn't go with, you know, she didn't stick with her training. She went to do something else. So she's, you know, this says that she swore to hunt the enemies of a holy order. I'm probably going to sort of revise that in my headcanon about this character, is going to be that she left her holy order in order to do something else with her life. But, you know, the skills that she learned have stayed with her. And so she puts them to a different purpose and something like that. So, okay, but one thing, okay, her abilities. Yeah, so as I change the class, the abilities are shifting. So that's... Okay, yeah, so they're not having me randomly roll my abilities. They're just tying it directly to the class. At least for now. Oh, wait, no, abilities is up here, so never mind. Maybe that is going to change it. So, let's see. So fighter, it looks like doesn't have a lot of options. Rogue, not a lot of options. Ranger is the... Oh, it's a favored enemy. I got it. So this is not a subclass. It's a feature of the Ranger that you've got a favored enemy. Natural Explorer, so... I mean, Urban Tracker, Cold, Fire. Let's say Fire, just because she looks like a fire person. Alright, so let's go with that. And then her proficiencies include religion, because she chose Sanctified Stalker, I imagine? Yeah. Well, no, she still just always gets religion, I guess. Oh, maybe I'll select that with skills. Okay, yeah, so I select that myself, maybe. Or, no, maybe not. No, I guess I'm just going to get religion no matter what. Huh, okay. Unless... Oh, okay, so I can... Okay, so I've got the option to turn these ones off and choose different ones. So, investigation, nature, perception. I mean, actually, I kind of like this set. I like the idea. I mean, I feel like she probably grew up in some kind of cloistered place. She's probably not great at nature and animal handling. So, yeah, I actually kind of like that list already that she already had. Okay, so now... intelligence is 9. So I think maybe I'll lower her charisma to indicate she sort of grew up, you know, without much of a social life. I can't increase her dexterity any further. Would I have to lower something else further in order to... increase this, or can I just... Can I not increase this past 15? Like, it looks like 15 is the highest I can go with dexterity. Huh, I wonder why. They won't let me get up towards, like, 18 with these things? Okay, so I wanted to lower my charisma. Maybe, yeah, maybe get my wisdom a little bit higher. I guess maybe they just want room for me to grow. Let's get my intelligence up, though. I don't want to be like, you know, some dummy. This feels okay. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. And then, wait, what are these buttons for?
Tell me,
what the?
who do you dream of at night?
What is this? Oh. Is this where I choose? Oh, this is where I choose the romantic interest. Yeah, I think that's what this is. Okay. Well, I mean, this is a pretty good start. So one option is to create another tiefling, but it almost feels like, you know, if she... Do I want to say that she would belonged to, like, a religion where, like, they had taken her in as a tiefling, but they normally are actually, like, they consider people like her to be, you know, anathema, and so she, like, dreams of finding other tieflings, and maybe she had to cut her horns off to be a part of the society she was raised in. But maybe they cut her horns off, but she dreams of uniting with other tieflings. I could see something like that being what she wants, or maybe she comes from tieflings and she actually is interested in, like, you know, someone that's completely different. I have just made a tiefling, so maybe I should make somebody who's not a tiefling. Yeah, let's make somebody who's not a tiefling, mostly just because I'm interested in seeing more of the character generator. So, okay, so we got different types of drow. A Seldarin drow, Lothsworn drow. I don't know anything about this. Loth's cult in the city of Menzoberranzan. Menzoberranzan? I don't know. These drow extol the virtues of the corrupt and merciless goddess. Okay, so this is... Ooh, red eyes. That's kind of attractive. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go with this one. And then, oh, you know what? I never...
Hells, something just woke up down here.
A tiny slot.
I forgot to mess with the voice of my original character. I hope I didn't end up with a crappy, weird voice. So let's definitely give her bright red eyes. It's not really that bright. Let's, it seems like I can't give her the tiefling eyes. It's like the colors are all available, but the style of the eyes... Oh, there, okay, that one. That one's pretty dramatic. I was thinking maybe the style of the eyes is determined by the race and not by, or by the particular face and not by color. Yeah, let's go with this one just because those red eyes are really, really striking. And then skin color wise, you get, like, to set off those eyes. Let's go darker skinned. Oh, kind of more purpley. Interesting, just the sheer variety of drow skin colors here. What's gonna look best with these eyes? Like maybe a grayer sort of skin, so the color is really standing out about the eyes. Maybe there. Yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds good. And then, okay, hairstyle. So I like the light colored hair. I'd like to leech some color out of it, though. There we go. Okay, so this is like her, apparently this is like her fantasy girl, and so, like, slept-in hair seems kind of, like it's the sexy choice. Or, let's see, oh, so many, oh, that's crazy. So many nice options here. Get matching hair, or, yes, I still love that hairdo, it's great. But I think I liked that sort of gently tousled look that we had. Where did we leave that? No, there we go. Yeah, I think that... Yeah, so Smug Rainbow Pony asks, are you editing your character or your love interest? This is... I'm pretty sure this is my love interest. And then we've got... Ooh, tattoos. So are these going to be facial tattoos like... Yeah, okay, so we're pulling from the same set of tattoos. Oh, we could have matching tattoos. Oh, we're so cute together with our matching tattoos. Actually, did I have the option to change her face? Oh, okay, let's go through a couple of different faces here. I didn't actually edit that. These drow kind of look a little similar. Drow faces don't look that different from each other. Okay, I'm weirded out by this tattoo. Let's leave that on our main character and not do this particular tattoo. Maybe... Oh. That's kind of neat. Especially, it kind of matches the tousled hair. Maybe I will go with this. Making very subtle adjustments to the makeup around the eyes. Is there something a little bit more subtle? That's interesting, sort of setting off this sort of tentacle tears against a darker makeup color. That's kind of cool looking. I'm still not dead certain I got the right face here. Yeah, probably fine. What else we got? Oh, I can change the makeup color. That's weird. Yeah, I think the super dark is probably what I want. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe we've got our love interest. What? No. Didn't mean to hit that button. Okay. Yeah, I think we've got our love interest. So, I clicked a weird button to get here. What happens if I click this button? Will I lose everything? Okay, so I'm back to my normal character. What happens when I hit this? Oh, no, not the main menu. Okay, so... Okay, so this is just progressing me through the different tabs. Got it. And then the last step is love interest. Okay. So, I think we made some pretty cool characters here. Let's venture forth. Alright, I've got the audio turned kind of low, so I'm going to tab away real quick and raise it so that we can kind of enjoy this cutscene together. Hopefully this won't be too crazy. Oh yeah, I did forget to go back and edit the voice. Thanks for reminding me, and oh well. I've seen this as part of a trailer too. Let's skip this. Autosave successful. And guess what? We were just here to mess with the character generator anyway, so we've saved. In fact, let's just save again just to be sure. Okay, we've saved our game. Now, I've made a character that I was serious about. Let's go back and see what other character options we have. So that was me making a character that I was actually, like, really interested in playing. Activate cross-save. Sure. Sure. Let's start a new game again and look into more of the options that we might have missed the first time around. Skip this.
Who are you?
Oh, I didn't hear that voice talking to me last time. I'm going to take the volume back down again. So Smug Rainbow Pony says, funny that even Baldur's Gate does Cthulhu now. And a Wild Sassbot appeared says, Mind Flayers have been around a long time, but not before Lovecraft. Yeah, so I think, yeah, there's been elements of D&D that have always been inspired by Lovecraft. That stuff is really popular now. I mean, I really love Lovecraftian style horror. Just the whole idea that, like, I don't know, there's different ways you can scare people, right? And there's like jump scares and stuff like that. I like the existential dread style of horror. That's the kind of thing that actually appeals to me. But mostly, I'm really susceptible to jump scares, to the point where they're kind of not fun for me. I'm really, this sort of like tension that you build in a suspenseful movie really works on me and can make me, not enjoy a movie. But that sort of like higher level dread where you're like, oh, the world could just end. It could all be over and mean nothing to the entity that did it. Like, that kind of feeling, it's something that I can manage, and it's a strange and horrifying thing to think about. And so I really like that sort of, that Cthulhu-style horror. So I'm not going to complain at all about, lots of different, like franchises and stuff getting into it. Okay, so we explored a lot of the female options with our last character. We didn't explore the male options, so let's make a male character this time. And okay, so let's name this character Doof, because we are gonna make a weirdo. Maybe not a weirdo. Actually, no. Let's not go too weird. Let's make somebody that I don't know. Come up with a name later. So, okay, let's make somebody who's like a tough guy. Let's make a criminal. And then... Okay. That is a very extreme shape for a face to have. It looks like someone cut his nose off, honestly. It's like this is kind of the way I imagined Tyrion Lannister, honestly. Could go dwarf. Hello, Sir Dwarf. I kind of like the idea, actually, of making, like, a serious tough guy halfling. Like, let's do a halfling, but make him, like, a complete bruiser. Like, Strongheart halfling. Dwarven blood. They've got hardiness. What does that mean, necessarily? Strongheart resilience. Saving throw against poison? Alright. Okay, yeah, let's go. Strongheart halfling. Look at this guy. He's just adorable. I mean, he is a tough guy. He's a tough guy who I find very intimidating. We'll need to work on this. So let's find him a face. Okay, that guy looks like a little like he might murder me. Because, like, this guy just wants to bake me cookies. But this guy, like, maybe he wouldn't murder me, but he could watch me die slowly and not do anything about it. Oh, he's been in several fights. He looks bored. Yeah, okay, I think Scarface has got to be what we're going for here. Packler called the other guy with the not missing nose, but the very inhuman nose, called him Voldemort, which, yeah, that does sound about right. Like, go really dark. skin. We could go really pale. This guy kind of makes me think of like he's like an I don't know, Irish football hooligan. That's the impression this guy gives me. It is interesting to look at these sort of like the swatches of skin tones and then how the skin tone appears on the face. It's often so different. Like, hard to explain exactly how, but it's so interesting. You don't quite know what it's going to look like until you see somebody's face. One thing I really appreciate about this character generator, by the way, is the very neutral lighting. It's like they've got enough of, like, the lighting is directional enough that you can see the highlights and the shadows on the faces, but there's no distinctive like color to it. It's very sort of like bright, you know, so slightly yellowish white lighting, which means that you can actually tell what colors you're choosing. One thing that drives me crazy with character generators sometimes is they'll put the character in a weird situation where you literally cannot tell what the colors are. Like Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion was probably the worst example of that I've ever seen, where it's like you're making your character inside an ill-lit cave, and I would make characters that looked good to me in the cave that looked terrible literally everywhere else. Okay, so let's go with this, and then eye color, like green eyes. Ooh, looks like he's got like weird cataracts or something. It's really white eyes. Kind of an ambery color. There's pale green. I kind of like the pale green. Yeah, his eyes really sort of stand out, kind of sparkle a little bit. So let's go with the pale green. What else we got? Hairstyles. What? This makes this top of his head look weirdly flat, like a phrenologist would be like, what is wrong with this person? And, oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Wow. And the way it moves, too, the hair is really nice. What else do we have? A little shorter. Got a cornrow thing going on. This kind of reminds me of the guy from Ghostbusters, you know? Guy from the painting. Whatever that dude's name was. Ooh, he's got kind of a shy eye. Looks like he's kind of getting towards some male pattern baldness there. No, I'm sorry. This guy has got... Okay. I kind of like this, actually. It's like... I've got so much testosterone, it's basically eating my hair. So 16 is one to remember. Oh. Yeah, he looks too old to... He can't pull off that hairstyle. He cannot at all. Oh, what a luxurious mane. That is gorgeous. Oh, kind of a little ponytail in the back. That's kind of neat. I kind of like this hair. It's just... You don't get to see hair that's this kind of messy and ratty. You know, it's like some strands got into the ponytail and some didn't. Like, that kind of detail in hair is just, it's expensive, you know, to pull off in a video game. So 24 is pretty good. Nope. Oh. Yeah, that's another one that's kind of like messy and neat. I guess messy and neat are opposites. Ooh. That's pretty crazy looking. Wow. That hair is wild. Like, look at all of these individual locks that they modeled and textured. I can't believe this hair has got so much detail to it. You know what? Let's stick with this for now, and then what kind of beard situation can we give this guy? Okay. Okay, now that is a fancy duelist, is what that guy is. I kind of wanted to make this dude a little bit more brutal. Is there like a messy beard? Is it? Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. This is a wild-eyed hermit. That's who this is. He's a lucky hermit. Okay, so we got the dark hair. That's probably what we'll go with, but I mean, right? Right? Also, we can make him look really old, right? Like he's been through a lot to get him sort of, or maybe like steely. Oh, that's not steely gray. Steely gray hair. Okay, this guy's like fighting Santa Claus is who we've got here. Yeah, this works for me. No tattoos. This guy's got he's got life has given him tattoos. So one thing I didn't. Okay, here's voice.
Hells. Something just worked.
A tiny slot.
The stone's less worn here.
Hells.
A tiny slot, but
The stone's less worn.
Looks a little.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Okay, maybe like I don't know. Those voices all sound a little younger than I wanted this guy to sound, but I don't even know if you could hear it because I turned the volume way down. So maybe you couldn't hear those samples. But I guess I'll go with the one that sounds a little bit older. Okay, so there's appearance, class. So let's go fighter with this guy, probably. Unless we want to go rogue, he'd be a little scrappy dude. I don't know. Halflings are always rogues. The whole point is to sort of like cast against type, right? So let's go fighter. And second wind, of course. Okay, skills. Athletics, intimidation, that seems right. Any reason why I want the other ones? No, I think this is good. And then abilities. Okay, so looks like we've maxed out these guys. So wisdom is 12. It's mostly going to help him with like perception and stuff, right? And there's no way for me to like... Ooh, I can raise... Why can I raise these higher than I could with the other character? Oh, maybe it's because of like... Are there like race limits or something? So yeah, so like I can't raise his strength, but I can raise his dex and his con. Maybe he gets an advantage from being a halfling with dex and con. Wow, my dex can get really high. Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's go like super like little scrappy dude. He's gonna, you know, dodge around and murder you. I'm really min-maxing him, but you know, that's fine, I think. And then let's pick
Tell me.
his love interest.
Dream of at night.
So again, you know, we went female last time. Okay, yes. Okay, so this halfling dude, he is just looking for a dwarven Adonis. That is what he is here for. I love that they basically wear the same toga. It's like, but yeah, okay, we're going for dwarven Adonis.
A tiny slot, but no room.
Yeah, that sort of younger voice is actually appropriate for what we're going for here. Let's see. I can't really see the face. Let's switch off the beard. Okay. Yes. People are saying Zeus. Smoke Rainbow Pony said, "Are you saying dwarfs are into dwarfs?" No, this is a halfling. This is a halfling who's into a dwarf. So I think that like this person, he grew up a halfling, but maybe he grew up around dwarves and he really sort of admires dwarves, like, and like, you know, the culture of his people is much. It doesn't really value sort of like the sort of the hugeness and the strength that dwarves do, but you know, this character has really been into that thing, and so he admires dwarves. He's got like a crush on a dwarf. I think that kind of works. We got a gold dwarf. How's that different from other dwarfs? A shield dwarf. Oh yeah, gold dwarf definitely wins. Okay, what other head options do I have here? No thanks. No. Yeah, you really kind of can't beat that sort of first head there, so we're going with this. Let's see, we'll go very sort of a tanned, like he spends a lot of time in the sun. Yeah, so let's go like kind of like the the ruddier tan. Maybe he like lives at the beach. And then absolutely keeping the blonde hair. His eye color. Let's get like sort of the piercing blue eyes. And then, okay, this hair is amazing. Got to remember hair 5. But is there better? Oh, it's like Achilles or something. Yes. Okay, this looks like no. This looks like a mad scientist. No, not hair 31. Okay, okay, this is good. Wait, this is the same hair I have in the other guy. No, 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 no. Okay, George Washington here is doing good. These just get better and better. That guy looks like he's probably gonna have his head cut off in the French Revolution, though. Oh, nice little flip. That's kind of cool. Boring, boring. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Fabio. Oh, okay. So he's got kind of like the Caesar sort of look here. Interesting. I think he kind of needs. Okay, no, he can't pull that off. I think he does kind of need. No. I think he needs slightly longer hair to sort of pull off this, like, oh. we've got a winner. You've got a winner right here. Okay, I think I'm gonna stick with no beard, unless, I mean. Yeah, I'm going to stick with no beard. We're going Adonis. Adonis is no beard. This really light color is nice. Let's see if there's anything like the more golden blonde might actually work a little better, though. Does she have tattoos? They're mostly just facial tattoos we get, aren't they? Facial tattoos are just kind of not the style we're talking about here. Okay, but yes... Glam rock makeup. We're absolutely doing glam rock makeup. Okay, so do I want the subtle eyeliner? Or do I want, like, little kind of Cleopatra cat eyes? Okay, I think maybe subtle eyeliner is what we do. And is there a slightly different color we want, or is the black... I mean, that... Okay, the blue is nuts. Yeah, I think go with the black. Let's look through the other options a little bit. Ooh, the little tears. Little tears are kind of cool looking. He's been crying. Oh, I miss you so much. Yeah, no, I think what was it? Was it 4? I think, yeah, the subtle eyeliner. Subtle eyeliner's good. Okay, so I forgot to name this guy. So what should I name this dude? Smoke Rainbow Pony says the guy spends 3 hours every morning ripping his chest hair off. Okay, so what do I want to? It's weird. The previous character I made was my main, was my real character, and this was going to be me messing around. I kind of like this like person I put together, though. I don't know. I'm kind of divided between the two now. Okay, Graveyard Troubadour, you got it. Noel. This is absolutely because he's like halfling Santa Claus. We need to give him a Christmassy name. That absolutely works. And then, yeah, I go through all this, and then this guy is great. Okay, we're gonna venture forth. Boom. And we're gonna skip some stuff. And again, we'll get just far enough to save. And maybe I'll actually play some Baldur's Gate 3 a little bit later. Hey dude, you gonna wake up? Yeah, so some other time I'll actually play Baldur's Gate 3. For right now, all I want to do is mess with the character generator. So, there we go. I've saved the game. I'll come back to this later. In the meantime, there's other stuff I wanted to play tonight. So we've explored the Baldur's Gate character generator. I think we made some much more interesting characters than the than sort of like the standard run-of-the-mill players have been doing. So thank you, Larian Studios, for that really, really amazing character generator. And I mean, I actually kind of want to go back and make like 9 more characters, but you know, it's getting late. We should go do something else. So subscribe or whatever, and in about 20 seconds, we'll find a different game to play.